y'all, Railkit Kitty here, and I'm back with Stanley Parable episode 2, I think is this, yeah, episode 2. I've been doing a lot of recording and homework this weekend / week. It's been hectic for me in terms of scheduling things. I'm not actually sure that my progress was saved last time, so there may be some fast forwarding in a minute. We'll just see me in... For you guys, it'll be nothing, but I have to get through all of the map again and everything first. So I'm gonna see if there's a way for me to check on that. I didn't see anything in the menu. There we go.
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
You're welcome.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
What? I didn't actually know that rushing through was gonna do anything. I was just trying to get back to the point where I was at.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. I bet you I could have fallen down that chute, but whatever. Oh, right. I always forget I have to actually hit that button. Not now, Steam.
Through the open door.
But there's a building over there. It's a very tiny parking lot. What kind of building is this? Is this a warehouse set up as an experiment? There are power lines over there. All this stuff is gridded off. I mean, he hasn't said anything yet, so guess I can't. Can't wait him out. Okay.
Stanley was happy.
Righto, and that's where we left off with the last time, pretty much, except I was rushing through. Time for another go-round, and we're actually going to go straight through again, except I'm going to turn the machine on and see what happens. So, and I'll just rush through again. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Is that already open? I don't know. Is this dialogue in it? Oh, hey! What the... It just... skipped. Well, that's different.
Stanley decided that this machinery... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Should have gone through that door.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here.
What the
just you
actual
being
hell?
blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Well. So that was a thing. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now we're gonna start disobeying. Actively, to be honest.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Eh. Okay, now we're gonna go through the door. See what happens.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay.
Here's the door, just go.
I do think it's interesting that, aside from rushing,
Stanley walked straight ahead
like a
through the large
time-through.
door that read Mind Control Facility.
nah, we're gonna go this way.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
You already blew me up. I mean, there's
The
not...
door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Maybe I made a mistake. Whoosh. Whoa, or not.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Bye. Nice knowing you.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? What? Oh, I'm gonna have to brighten this up a bit. Oh gosh, I can't see. I mean, I can kind of see, but...
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
The Stanley Parable. This is very disconcerting.
When
What?
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Oh.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Seeing it or not, that doesn't mean I'm gonna not do it.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
I just wanted to know if it was gonna stop again or not. That is Crazy Town.
This is...
Yep. Alright. Onward.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Alright.
When Stanley
go
came
from
to
here
a
again.
set of two, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nah.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Aw, that needs a key. Will cause death.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong...
Bye.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
And that is it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next one, which is going to pick up right where I left off. Share if you liked this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to share with everybody. Click that little bell for notifications. And I will see y'all in the next section. Kit Kitty out.